Okay, so this is another problem, and you're going to use this for an edpuzzle assignment on multiplying fractions. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. So in this example, we have Jillian, who has 1/4 of an acre of land. She uses 2/3 of her land to grow corn. We know of means multiply, right? So she has 1/4 of an acre. She uses 2/3 of her land. So let's think of an equation that we could use to determine 2/3 of her land, knowing that Jillian has 1/4 of an acre of land. So what equation do you think would work to determine 2/3 of the amount of land Jillian has, knowing what of really means? Two-thirds of her land, so the equation would be 2/3 of means times 1/4. So hopefully you determined that was the equation. And we could do this two ways, the array method, the bar method. Really, it's the same kind of thing, I think. So this is 1 acre, right? She has 1/4 of an acre, so she owns 1/4 of this. Let's divide it into fourths. She owns 1/4 of an acre. That's what Jillian owns. But she doesn't use all of that land to grow corn. She only uses 2/3 of the land to grow corn. So let's divide this into thirds. 1/3, 2/3. Remember, this is the only part that's actually her land. We're just dividing the whole acre into thirds just so it's easier to see. But really, this isn't hers. But it's going to help us to make a final fraction of her land. So we divided her 1/4 into thirds. 1/3, 2/3. So let's put some dots on the land that's hers that is now used for corn. 1/3 is used for corn. Another third is used. This is not used for corn. This is used for corn. That's used for corn. This is not her land, remember. So we know now that 2/3 of 1/4 we know 2 of those little squares are used for corn out of a total three, 6, 9, 12, right? 2/12 of an acre used for corn, which is the same as divide by 2, 1/6 of an acre. Right? And we could do the same thing as a bar. Right? So we have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. We know 1/4 of the land is Jillian's. And we could take that 1/4, we could divide it into thirds, right? 1/3, 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. So 2 out of, and it's helpful to just extend the line just so we can see how many pieces there would be altogether. 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. 2/12 of an acre, which is the same, of course, as 1/6 of an acre. We knew it was smaller than 1/4 because we were finding a fraction of it. 2/3 of 1/4 is less than 1/4. Imagine instead of Jillian owning 1/4 of an acre, she owns 1/2 of an acre. Let's see if we can figure this problem out now. So boys and girls, we know she owns 1/2 of an acre of land. She uses 2/3 of her land. Of means multiply, so the equation will be 2/3 of times 1/2. And boys and girls, I want to see if you guys can solve this problem. So this is the edpuzzle problem. Find out what is 2/3 of 1/2. So this is how I would have solved this problem. Here's 1/2. Divide that into thirds. There's 2/3 of 1/2. So 2, but let's divide the whole thing out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2/6. 2/6, which is the same as 1/3 of an acre of land. So 2/3 of 1/2 is the same thing as 1/3. And that makes sense because half of 2/3 is 1/3. So in multiplication, you can flip the numbers around, and it doesn't change the product. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you got the answers correct for your ed puzzle, and I'm sure you did great.